Namaste, sisters and brothers. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2019, baby. We have made it. We have arrived. We made it through the holidays. I hope you did at least. And we are going to dive into what the heck this month is going to be bringing for us. I do just want to presence like how much, man, the holidays can really take you out, like just wipe you out and drain you and also uplift you. Like there's just so much to process throughout the holidays. So I really just want to encourage you and hope that you have given yourself enough time, first and foremost, to refill your cup. That is why this is actually coming in a bit late this month, because I was busy filling up my cup. I really believe that I cannot bring you my fullest light, and even though I'm totally 100% all about authenticity and showing the dark sides, for these specific energy reports, you know, I just felt like I wasn't really quite feeling inspired. So I want to touch on that just a little bit, because I feel like that's really in the collective, like a lot of conversations that I've been having with other sisters and those who are also kind of feeling this slow motivation into the new year, and why perhaps we're not feeling like I'm on top of my game like right at January 1st. Well, first of all, we had a new moon in Capricorn, which was last week on Friday, January, I think it was the 3rd or the 4th. And so that was the official New Year day. With our new year starting in Capricorn, we have got this energy with us that brings a sense of really like hard work, discipline, like committed action. But before that action and before all of that comes forth, what's really important is that we harness what we're going to be working towards, because we can't just start working on, you know, this unclear goal, which is what the Capricorn really brings forth. So it's unlike, you know, let's just say Sagittarius, myself, where the Sagittarius self would be much more just sort of like on a whim wanting to start something new. Well, what Capricorn is requiring of us right now and in this new year is to actually create structure and a very strong foundation. So right now, the best thing for you to do, if you're not quite feeling like super motivated, super pumped, like really on top of your game just yet, don't worry, pause. It's okay. Everything is in cycles right now, and we're still coming out of those like darker months, and you know, the energy of the holidays and all of that stuff, it takes a little bit of time to shake off. So the best thing you can do for you right now is just sit and be with yourself. Really harness the goddess within yourself that's asking you to pause and breathe and listen and be gentle and just take an inventory of what's going on inside. And then when you feel that inspired action, just like I'm like, okay, I've got the fire going tonight. I'm home alone. I feel good. My hair's looking good. I got these new earrings. I'm feeling good. I'm ready to do this video. So, you know, it's all about giving yourself permission to be in whatever cycle you're in this moment. So that was the first thing that really just came into my heart space and really came up for me this whole like first week and a half of January. Not even week and a half, but the first full week of January just felt like I'm still feeling like I want to just sit on the couch and do nothing, but I also have so much to do. So, you know, it's really just about being in the moment and on honoring the cycle you're in. So with that being said, that's sort of what I see for January. I feel I see that at the end of January, towards, let's say around the second week before the final week of this month, we're going to start to see ourselves feel that motivation, really be clear on our goals, our ambitions, our dreams, like what our intentions are for this new year, and you know, really set ourselves. Really, what's coming forth in this moment is to really design your life for this next year to be so supportive that even when like somebody comes at you and they want to throw you off your game, you are so like solid in your foundation. And sometimes it takes a little bit of work, but the Capricorn energy with that starting in this new year, and then we're actually ending with Capricorn the end of this year, it's just gonna require us to honor the slow and steady wins the race type energy. You know, success is not a straight line. Success in business, success in relationships, success in healing, success in transformation and growth, all of those things take time, you know, and what's being required and asked of us right now is to take that time and be in the processing and not be in the self beat up and the, you know, oh, I should be doing. And, you know, as women, we really love to play all the roles. We love to put on all the hats. We love to do all the things and nurture and give and put out. But right now, it's just, you get to learn how to say no. I'm honoring my body, and this is just like me speaking to myself in a lot of ways, because my word of the year literally manifested only a couple hours ago when I was recording a podcast with someone else, and it inspired me to really embody everything that I say, whether it be on my podcast, here doing a reading with you all, and really step into the embodiment of it and bring it into my presence and bring it into my ways of being. And you know, I feel that I've done that to some degree, but then, you know, there's new things that are always constantly coming up, and we're always working through the trauma, the healing, the things, and the growth. And it's like, well, I want to have really clear communication in my relationships, or I want to be able to say no more. Well, I get to act upon it, right? You know, and there's always going to be these opportunities for us to act upon that which we want and we desire. So, with that being said, before I get too far deep into everything with that, I really want to bring forth, I actually just felt super called to just be in this like soulful, yummy space. I've got a blanket on, the fire behind me. I'm just like kind of sitting in my sacred home, and really feel called to work with the feminine energy. And so instead of pulling from the tarot deck, I'm pulling from the Soulful Woman deck by, who is this by? Let's see. I don't even know how to say this name, but it's Sushan Mauve Session and Gemma Summers. Wow, what a name. So Soulful Woman deck, love this deck. I picked this deck up, gosh, where did I pick up this deck? I'm totally drawing a blank now. It came to me through a very interesting experience, which is somehow like how decks come, and now I can't remember how it'll come to me. But this is one of my new decks that I've been working with. So the first card that I pulled for this month is Embracing Change, and I'm going to show you this card. It's just, I mean, these cards are very feminine. Every card deck, I believe, in this book is all a female artist. So there's all these different artists that have contributed to this deck, which I think is amazing and also just brilliant, because so many women are just so talented, and to put it on a deck is like epic. So Embracing Change, I mean, hello, perfect card for the beginning of new year. We've got number 43, Embracing Change. With every loss, I understand that something new is about to be birthed beyond what I can imagine. And you know, as we step into this year, that there's nothing more guaranteed to us than change, than embracing it and really honoring that change is always going to be happening around us, within us, through us. You know, it's just a part of our lives as in this human experience. So this month, embrace the change. And how do we embrace change? We just surrender and we ride the wave, baby. We ride the wave and we say, you know what? I'm good. I'm going to be okay with this change. Change might feel uncomfortable. It might feel icky. It might feel stuck. And it might feel just really not pleasant, because sometimes change can be a little like scary. You know, fear can come up when we're changing, when maybe we're evolving and we're stepping into a bigger, better versions of ourselves. And maybe not everybody is on board with following us in that way. That can be really scary. But you know what? Goddess is saying, embrace the change and just embrace it. And it's just a friendly reminder, you know, like, hey, just embrace the change and dive deep, dive within, and be with yourself and just love and embrace it. So card number 2, I love this card because this is oftentimes something that we don't do, I think, as women enough. It's being with discomfort. Oops. Being with discomfort and really sitting with that discomfort. You know, it's, again, kind of being uncomfortable in the change, you know, being comfortable with the change and sitting in the discomfort of that change, sitting in the discomfort of the healing process, the trauma that's coming up, the relationship that might not be working out, or the just amazing beauty in what comes through the discomfort. And the card here says, at times of discomfort, I courageously seek my soul essence, which is clear, pure, and luminous. So it's like coming back to the core essence of who you are, recognizing that even though things can be uncomfortable, messy, challenging, that at your core of core, in your soul, you are infinite. You are this luminous essence of purity. So the human experience, let's just talk about that for a minute. The human experience, especially right now and what's going on in the world, can be really uncomfortable, and being in a human body can sometimes be uncomfortable. That's why, you know, we manifest things like anxiety, depression, OCD disorders, like all these things, because it's like uncomfortable sometimes to be a human and have this experience. So it's just like, what if we, and what's coming through right now is just like we sit and be with that anxiety, be with the depression, allow for ourselves to dive into the feeling of that discomfort and recognize that maybe we aren't paying enough attention to it and nurturing it. Like, you know, the times that I was really battling with anxiety and feeling like, you know, my heart was going to literally come out of my chest, and it was really freaking uncomfortable. And I had to really pause and breathe and check my pulse, and it's this habit, this like OCD like habit that now has been formed in my subconscious because I've created this fear of, you know, am I okay? And it's just an anxiety. It's not really real, but it's real to me in the moment, you know? So in those moments of uncomfortable energy and things are coming up and anxiety and all that stuff, I think what this card really brings forth for all of us to really bring into our space is just putting our hands on our chest and being in those uncomfortable, mucky, dirty places that aren't beautiful and come with a lot of work and tears to be shed and healing to be gone through, and just know that it is okay to be in those uncomfortable spaces. And this is where like sisterhood really comes in to play here. This is when women learning to support women can be so powerful. That's why I'm wearing this shirt that says Uprise and Uplift by Daisy LA. I'm obsessed with this brand, and they're a sisterhood brand. Like, I'm literally choosing now to only support women, artists, brands, collect, like, you name it, across the board, because to me, like, even owning a business is uncomfortable. Even just stepping out and following your dreams is uncomfortable. It's like there's so many layers that come from, hey, you know what? I want to be the next big, you know, or not the next big, but I just want to be an artist. And you know what comes along with that dream that you step into? It comes along with a lot of fear, a lot of inner conversations and dialogue that say you can't do it, you're not enough, or you're never going to make it. And it's up to us to go through that and navigate it so that we are not stuck, you know? But we also get to support each other and really be with one another through that process. So don't be afraid to ask for the support. And I think that that's like really the way to navigate through this discomfort that maybe you might be feeling, especially after the holidays, things being a little uncomfortable. Maybe mom and dad aren't so happy with your life choices, and you're like, I'm uncomfortable, this is just not going as I planned, all those things. And the final card that we have is Embrace My Body. I just did a 3-card spread for tonight. Just wanted to kind of flow with that. especially because it's a 3-year. Numerology this year is a 3. So we're working with a lot of 3 energy. And this card is I embrace my body. I honor and embrace all of my body. I am receptive to her specific needs. I actually want to share that I'm learning about what's called a sankalpa, and it is basically a way to set an intention, like an affirmation, a mantra, something that you bring into your yogic practice. I learned this from a yoga instructor that I went to this morning, as well as I've heard it on the Yoga Wake Up app, which I am obsessed with. You guys know I talk about Yoga Wake Up all the time, and the CEO of the company, we like collaborate all the time. And I'm just gonna do a shout out here because I can't help myself, but as a Goddess Nation listener, you do get 25% off by going to bit.ly Goddess Yoga Wake Up. I'll put it in the notes here, and you guys will see it on the newsletter. I'm always gonna be promoting and sharing what they're up to, because that's what, again, how we support each other. You know, we get to vote with our dollars, and when women around me are creating amazing things that are actually benefiting and changing and shaping our lives to live a more healthy, conscious, supportive life, I'm fucking all on board. Excuse my French. But so what I created this morning within my Sankalpa practice was my meditation, my mantra was, I will listen to my body. And so that's mine. That's like mine I'm working with today. I might not work with it tomorrow, but today it was I will listen to my body. And so this card coming up is so perfectly fitting. I embrace my body. I honor and embrace all of my body. I am receptive to her needs. I am receptive to her needs. We are we have actually responsibility to take care of this vessel, to take care of this, this body that we are constantly putting things into, taking things out of, all of that stuff we are responsible for. So it's about embracing. There's a lot of embracing actually in all 3 of these cards. We've got embracing change, being okay with the discomfort, which is also embracing it, and embracing my body. And I have a whole story I could share with you guys about the word embrace, but embrace is everything right now. So I think the overall theme of January is to embrace everything that comes your way. Embrace, the change, the new, the beginning. Embrace the pause, embrace the discomfort, embrace the new relationships, embrace the new you that is shining, that is maybe not shining yet, that is maybe uncomfortable shining. Just embrace where you are, because you are not always going to be where you are. One day you're going to wake up and you're going to be somewhere so far beyond where you thought you'd ever be that you're going to look back on the moment that you're in now and you're going to go, shit, I came so far. Look at where I am. And at that moment, I thought everything was not going my way and everything wasn't perfect. But guess what? Those moments when things are not exactly as we want them to be, we're gonna get to another place in life and realize that that's exactly where it was meant to be in that moment. Because otherwise, if we had everything all at once, we just wouldn't be here anymore. I really feel that. Why would we be here if we had everything we wanted? The journey is the destination. We're not trying to, get to one place and then we're out, infinite, done, boom, back. No. So embrace everything as it comes. Embrace you, embrace your body, embrace your mind, embrace your love, embrace your heart, embrace everything around you, because you are so worthy of embracing it all. Just find, I had this vision of all of us just sitting there and holding ourselves and embracing ourselves, embracing us and seeing the surrender come from the embrace, and just embrace yourself in others and connect. This 3-year also brings in that communication and connection and love and collaboration. So may January, your first month of 2019, be amazing, be nurturing, be whatever it's meant to be. No pressure, no judgment, no, have to have things done and complete. Honor your own divine flowering. I love you so much. Please go over to iTunes if you have not yet subscribed to the podcast. I am Goddess Collective, and I will see you all next month for our energy report. Bye, guys.